Alright, so in this video, I'm going to share about something that is pretty vulnerable. This is a topic that took me a while to be ready to share it. But basically, 3 years ago, I think 1 month before my daughter was born, I basically lost all my money in trading. And what was I trading? I was trading options. Alright, so in this video, I'm going to talk about how I lost everything, right, in trading and how did I manage to make back what I've lost in less than 2 years. I decided to film this video because I really want to inspire hope in some of you who could be currently struggling, trying to climb out of a certain bad situation, right? And I hope that sharing my experience will help you guys. Because my honest take on life is that life is full of ups and downs, right? Nobody is gonna have a smooth journey throughout, right? There'll be some times where you're gonna fall. Some parts of life you're gonna be doing very well, right? My take is that it's full of ups and downs, and I'm sharing this because I've been through a down period, managed to get out of it. So I hope that it will kind of inspire those of you. Okay, and yeah, I think it's interesting also to share how I actually overcome the whole episode, right? Most of you know that I run my own music business. Okay, and of course, it being a pretty small company, right? I think on average we're doing about 7 to 800K revenue. On 1 year we hit 1M revenue, but we were still pretty conservative in terms of the salary withdrawal. Alright, so in 2020 I had my first kid, and then in 2022 I was expecting my second kid, which was my daughter. I love my kids, by the way. Those of you who follow my content, you know that I'm a super hands-on dad. In 2022, to prepare for the arrival of my girl, right? I basically want to make more money, right? Because my income wasn't enough. I just want to make more money, get ready for the milk powder, for the diaper, for the preschool, right? So that's when I picked up trading. Okay, so my friends taught me how to trade options. For those of you who know how to trade options, right? Basically, it was a very risky strategy. We were selling puts and we were selling naked puts, right? Which means we don't have enough cash if we were to get exercised. So in short, I was trading with money I don't have. But 2021 was the year I started trading, and the market was very good to us. It was bullish market, right? And you're gonna see this photo I share here, right? I even track all my trading records. Like every month I could make good money. On some months I even made up to 15K USD. Right? So we were all very confident. At a point in time I was thinking, yes, I finally got the skill that allowed me to make money. In fact, on some nights I was just lying down my bed, just clicking a few buttons, I could make a few hundreds per night. Obviously, it didn't last because somewhere around 2022, if those of you who know the stock market came crashing down, and there was a market correction, and I was forced to close all my positions. And I remember that night when I have to close all the positions, the whole 80K was wiped out in the trading account. I was like looking at my phone and I was like, oh shit, what just happened? I was really at a loss, right? So it was a very scary episode because the next few months and weeks after that, right, basically I was having financial troubles. It came to a point where I started to have my mind, right, started to have a lot of unhealthy thoughts, like thinking, oh shit, man, why did I do this? I felt ashamed, I felt stupid, I felt lousy. I mean, all the negative emotions, right? Then I was like, I think I start to have unhealthy thoughts. In the first place, maybe if I gotten a job in a bank, right? Because by the way, I studied banking and finance, right? I always wanted to be a banker because I thought banker made a lot of money. But now, I still think bankers make a lot of money. But honestly, I don't think nothing against bankers, right? But I feel that what I'm doing right now adds more value to people. Okay, that's another topic for another day. But I had thoughts like, wow, I should be a banker, because if I were to be a banker, I'll be making so much money that I don't even have to go and trade, right? But because I wanted to be an entrepreneur, to do my own business, I was in this situation. Yeah, basically all these unhealthy thoughts start polluting my mind. Why I shouldn't have been an entrepreneur. I should have taken a job. And I realized that, oh no, my mind started to think it was just very unhealthy. And I know that wasn't me because I know that I have what it takes to be an entrepreneur. I really do think that I have that entrepreneur spirit in me. But somehow that mind just I was being polluted because of that situation. What did I do? How did I climb out of that whole situation? The first thing I did, right, was that I started to exercise. So you might be thinking it's a bit odd, right? Wow, how come I still exercise when I should be finding ways to go make money, right? And the reason is because I wanted mental clarity. I wanted my mind to be in a healthier place. And we learn in science, right? Like if you exercise, your body will release endorphins, right? It will trigger the brain to release endorphins, which are happy chemicals. It'll make you feel happier. It will increase your mood, right? So that was the first thing I did. And yeah, I think it helped because each time I swim, so basically I cannot run anymore because of my knee issue. I swim. I started something that's very simple. I just started with swimming once a week. Okay? And swimming once a week, after each workout, right, I get that kind of clarity in my mind, right? Okay, I start to feel better as well. Okay, so I start to feel better and I could think clearer. Okay, and obviously those negative thoughts start to go away. One thing also, why I started with something simple, right, is because I wanted to get into a habit of doing something achievable. Right, if you all read the Atomic Habits by James Clear, okay, he always mentioned how you should start with something small. Right? So my small habit was to just work out once a week. Okay. And when I start to the first week I swim, I started to do my weekly swims. I gained some traction in taking small habits, in being very consistent in my actions. Then the next thing I did after swimming weekly was to start posting content once a week. If it's your first time watching my content, you don't know who am I. Basically, I run Facebook ads for my own business. I solve my own lead gen problems. I use Facebook ads to get a lot of clients for my business. And today, business owners come to me for advice on ad strategy as well. So I decided to share my expertise on that. Right, so I started to build my content out and spread it across TikTok, Instagram. Here's a screenshot of me holding my daughter. Because remember, my daughter just born, right? You can scroll back all the way to my Instagram. It's just me carrying my daughter. I think she was just 3 to 4 months old, right? Sharing content about Facebook ads and all. So I started being consistent in swimming, exercising. My mind went to a healthier place. Then I started to post content regularly. After posting content, the next thing I did was to start my own offer. I wrote an ebook called Profitable Ad Secret. Right, here's a picture of it. So this book basically contains all the knowledge I have about running Facebook ads, right? How to make it profitable. So I share things about the customer lifetime value, how to write a good headline, the basics of Facebook ads. It being a low ticket funnel, right? Back then I was still very new and I didn't really know how to make the whole funnel profitable. So this low ticket funnel deserves a whole video about it as well. I will share how I make the whole thing profitable. Stay tuned to my next few videos. So basically, after I sold an ebook, I ascend the book buyers to a group coaching program. So that was when I started to make my income back. Right, I ran I think 2 to 3 rounds of my coaching program. Right, all these are business owners. We had people from tuition, people who run organic farm as well. I was basically teaching them how to use Facebook ads to grow their business. So having people in the coaching program start to increase my income. Right, I remember I was charging just 3K for a 3 to 6 months program. I can't remember. Right, but I remember that first cohort made me like 15K. Okay, I started to like my bank account start to slowly grow back. Right, and fast forward to today, I don't do group coaching anymore. I work closely with clients one-to-one, and I also take on done for you work as well. So basically, I run ads for clients right now, and that's the current state I am, and that's basically how I climb out of it in the last 2 years. Obviously, a lot of struggles in between, and this is like a summarized version of me sharing. But I want to just share like the emotions I had, right? Like the first time when I lost everything, it was like a moment of loss. And then when you start to realize it, then you start to take action. And throughout the whole episode, even though I felt lousy, right? I felt like stressed, depressed, whatever you call it, right? Deep down in me, in my core, I know that I'm going to make it out of this, right? I never lost self-belief. Right, I always had that self-belief in myself to know that, okay, I'm going to make it. I'm going to climb out of this hole that I dug. And true enough, I did. So the whole point of sharing this story is that if you happen to be in a situation where you lost your money or you lost your job, you close your business, right? Just don't lose that self-belief, right? You got to be your greatest cheerleader. Tell yourself that you can make it. I don't know what you're going to use is psycho yourself or cheer yourself, okay? You just need to really seriously at your core, believe that you have what it takes to make things better and just keep taking action step by step. And basically, that's how I got out of my situation. So I can look back at the situation right now and just laugh about it and share about it, but it wasn't fun when you're going through it. Yeah, I hope this video resonates with you and I hope it inspires some of you who might be struggling. This is a different video. I mean, all my YouTube videos are always sharing about marketing stuff, how to do this, how to do that, but I think this one is just something that I want to share. And yeah, I hope you enjoy the content. So if you do enjoy what I share, right, you like the way I share stuff, right, I invite you to subscribe to my YouTube channel, right? If not, you can join my newsletter. I write a lot more emails actually, right? I'm doing this video just, it's part of my content strategy to be omnipresent. I share a lot of all this marketing stuff throughout my content. So subscribe to my channel or opt into my newsletter. You can even download some of my free PDF if you are a business owner and you want to get more clients. All right, so thank you for watching.